Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I would like to say thank you to Miss Nika Haryanti who has provided guidance for us in English 2 course. Today we will present the book chapter that we have made from week 1 to week 7 entitled Let's Know About English. Cooper group member names start with me, Nurul Reni Saputri, and then my friend Reni Muslianti, Rizky Fajri Muhammad, and the last Erika Anggraini. Let's start from the chapter 1. This chapter discusses about graph, pie chart, and bar chart. Definition. Graphic are combination of number, letter, symbol, picture, word, painting which are present by one medium. In the process of conveying information, graphs are divided into 3 types including bar, line, and circle. Look at the picture on the right side. The graph shows the movement of positive case of COVID-19, especially Batam, Tanjung Pinang, and Bintan. The spread of virus in Batam increased 51 between February until April, falling steady in April and increasing fluctuation from March to May. Tanjung Pinang increased sharply hike of 65 and down slightly through August. In Bintan, April to June shows slight gain 65 and next month decline until end of the year. Let's move to pie chart. On the right side, there is a picture the death case of COVID in Riau Islands. Based on pie chart, the highest mortality rates comes from Batam City, reached 54%. The second death rate comes from Tanjung Pinang at 39% and the last from Bintan at 7%. Now is bar chart. There is a picture of COVID-19 recovery in Riau Islands. The city with the largest number of cases is Batam, and Bintan has the smallest case. Number of confirmed recovered cases in Batam, Tanjung Pinang, and Bintan from May to July continued to increase by 408 people at Batam, 77 at Tanjung Pinang, and 84 at Bintan, which decreased drastically and stabilized from September to December. Let's move to chapter 2. In this chapter, we will see the explain of multiple chart, process, and map lesson. For multiple chart, we use data male and female civil servant in Batam City 2018 until 2021. For the process, we explain the procedure for registration state civil servant. First is administration selection registration flow. For the first step is register an SSCN account, upload a selfie, complete bio, choose agency, formation, type and position, check continue, and the last is send data. Second is register for SSCN portal. First step is identity check, print account information card, example of an account information card, enter SSCN portal, upload a selfie, complete bio, formation filling, SSCN registration continue, and the last is registration history. Map. We use map of UPT BKN Batam. Inside this building, there is an investment office and one-stop integrated service, a joint service office, a regional revenue office, a regional inspectorate, and complaint post. Around this building, there is Pertamina gas station, and in front of there is Graha Kepri building, while behind it is the Batam City Library and the Krasnada building.
Next, translation tools. Transifex translation tool. Transifex is a globalization management system, which is a proprietary web-based translation platform. It targets technical projects with frequently updated content, such as software, documentation, and website, and drive localization workflow automation by integrating with common developer tools. Step 1. Upload your content. First thing first, you need to upload your content to Transifex. You can choose from almost zero development involvement or using our integration with well-known tools or Transifex Live for websites to sophisticated custom settings using our API or Transifex native. Step 2. Translate. You can work with third-party translation agencies, freelance or in-house translators or cross translation with the help of the community. You also have the option of ordering a translation from one of our translation partners. You use our powerful online editor for direct collaboration or integrate with the CAT tool of your choice. Step 3. Publish your translation. Once the translation is complete, you can set up an automatic way to publish your translation via the APA or CLI. Alternatively, you can use native or live to publish translation via the air or OTA without asking a technician for a new development or to resubmit a new version for approval to the App Store or Google Play. User review about the advantage of the application. It is quick, easy to configure and has a very useful CLI, which is very helpful because we can also easily integrate in our CI or CD pipeline. The documentation is also very well put. When we had a quality issue with one of the external translators, the Transifex team helped us resolve it quickly and professionally. Weakness and strength. Once you have a lot of research in a project, ordering get tricks because there is one long list of research. I wish I could search for research when ordering. When you import your research from another search, it will override any change you make to the translate article. For example, we stopped creating localized screenshot in our documentation because the image would be overwritten with the original whenever we made an update. Next, Indonesian common mistake in translating into English. Slang. Slang is an informal registered vocabulary or rote phrase usage that is common in conversation but avoid informal sentence. Incorrect. What's up? Correct. What are you doing? Idioms and expression. Idioms are unique expressions that can be explained logically or grammatically, but they enhance the beauty, charm, and charm of language. Expression is the process of disclosure or expression or showing or expressing intention, idea, feeling, etc. Incorrect. You move at a snail pace. Correct. You move slowly. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is a type of idiom that uses harsh words to hurt another person and can manifest itself in the form of ridicule or ridicule. Incorrect. Well, what a surprise. Correct. Oh, I don't believe that. Compound words is combining two words to give them a new meaning forms a compound word. Incorrect. Lipstick. Correct. Lipstick or cosmetic. Word order. Word order is the placement or order of word when constructing a sentence. Incorrect. He played last week badminton. Correct. He played badminton last week. Punctuation is the use of space, traditional letters called punctuation mark, and certain typographical tools to help you understand and read writing text correctly, whether you read it silently or aloud. Incorrect. Jenner Gr. 1974 state that empirical research involves theories, hypotheses, and facts. Correct. Jenner Gr. 1974 state that empirical research involves theories, hypotheses, and facts. Structural. Organize the text according to how it's structured. Incorrect. We hope that Batam State Polytechnic students apply the COVID-19 protocol, especially in the campus area. Correct. For Batam State Polytechnic students, we hope to apply the COVID-19 protocol, especially in the campus area. Numerical text. If you need to format the data entered in a field as number or text, use a number or text format. Incorrect. 15. Correct. 15. Gender-specific word. Gender is sometimes indicated by different form or word when referring to people or animal. Incorrect. In the next several weeks, my colleagues and me will be discussing the appropriate way to do that. Correct. In the next several weeks, my colleagues and I will be discussing the appropriate way to do that. Style or tone. Style refers to the overall feel and texture created by the author's choice of word and sentence structure. Tone is the attitude towards the event in the story, interesting, ironic, clinical, etc. In reality, there is a close relationship between style and tone. Incorrect. The things we say can affect the people close to us. Correct. The things we say can affect the people close to us. Grammatical. The meaning of the types of words that are formed after the grammatical process. Compound words that determine different types of adjectives, multiply or form related types of words, or make basic words into compound words. Incorrect. You're my best friend. Correct. You're my best friend. Language intent is the effect we want to give to something. When we talk about our intention, we make decision based on language. Incorrect. He rides a new car. Correct. He drives a new car. Next, summary of proofreading groups Cooper 6C. Definition: proofreading. Proofreading is the final stage of text editing and should only be done after all revision and changes have been made. Process of checking documentation for grammar, typos, or formatting errors. Editing ought to continuously be the final step, sometime recently or record. The proofreading activities are as follows: misspellings, punctuation, grammar, spacing, typographical, elegant font, and style. After knowing the meaning and utilities of editing, presently we'll know a few terms in doing editing. Copy editing. This is intended to improve writing in three ways: or removing error and inconsistencies, improving readability, ensuring it is suitable for its audience and purpose. Hard copy editing. This altering is writing the shape of difficult duplicate for case paper. A few ancient clients like difficult duplicate altering. Developmental editing. This editing helps develop the manuscript. It can be about the concept, content, structure, and process of writing chapter by chapter. Editing. Making a difference to create a composition or formative altering, to adjusting blunders in a last draft, sometime recently, typesetting or duplicate altering.
Next, query. A query is an question that proofreading or editor acts as script writer. Next, typesetting. Printing preparation, however, now focusing more on digital editing. Okay, next, manuscript. The composition is the archive that a creator submits to a distributor or editor. Making up use traditional proofreading methods to edit hard copies and use high-class tools like Microsoft Word change building on screen. Next, mechanical edit focus on correcting spelling, grammar, and punctuation error, fixing issues to do with clarity or consistency, applying a given style, sheet, or grade to the document, ensuring the language in document is suitable. Next, proofreading. Present day on-screen altering makes it less demanding to combine editing and duplicate altering. Next, proof. Page proof, change proof, less proof. Page proof. The initial text version of a publication. Reverse proof. A sheet of proof incorporation and change from the first proofread. Final proof. The final version and furnished for printing by the distributor and creator. Style guide might be a distributed set of standards for composing depending on the rights the scope incorporates. Council on composing, organizing, records, plan, and reference source. Next, style sheet. List of author, style preference in writing. Next, substantive editing. Focus on large parts of writing such as structure or content of writing. Step to make proofreading. Number 1. Do proofreading with reverse reading technique. 2. Give an underline in a paragraph or sentence. 3. Write down the most previous writing error. 4. Don't do writing and proofreading process at the same time. 5. Know the pattern on the paper. 6. Read the paper several times with a specific purpose. 7. Using a proofreading application on a computer. 8. Asking others for help. 9. Don't rely on spelling and grammar stickers. 10. Proofread for one error at a time. 11 read each word slowly. 12 divides the next into manageable text. 13 circle punctuation marks. 14 read the writing this word. And last, note the error you make on frequent basis. The difference and similarities between science report and business report. Business report. A business report is a set of data that provides little information related to a company operation, product specific department perception, and creates a base for onboard decision-making process or factually perception demands to organize business functions. Component of a business report. Number 1, title page. Number 2, table of contents. Number 3, summary. Number 4, introduction. 5, body. 6, conclusion. 7, recommendation. 8, reference. And last, appendix. Example. An example makes documentation of the work that has been, then give the manager market expansion strategy, marketing and branding for Smith with sustainable principles. Next, clothing, beverage, food, communication and other business report. Next, science report. A science report is a form of science writing that the author makes bits on data after conduction and experiment reviewing of observation or reading a scientific article. Science report must contain accurate data, must be objective and systematic, so they can be used as criteria for consideration and decision making. Component of science report. Number 1, title page. Number 2, table of content. Number 3, abstract. Number 4, introduction. Number 5, material and method. 6, result. 7, discussion. 8, conclusion. And last 9, reference. Example. An employee makes the documents of the work that's been done, then given to the manager. Number 2, makes explanation strategy, marketing and branding for Smash with sustainable principles. Next, clothing, beverage, food, communication and other business report.
The similarity and differences between scientific reports and business reports. Scientific reports and business reports have similarities, including: first, both reports that contain information and facts that both aim to help solve problems or make decisions. Second, can help implement policies and procedures that have been set by the company. While the differences between scientific report and business reports, including: first, scientific report contain a science and technology problem, while business report are related to business operational issues. Second, the type of scientific report data is primary data, whose data is taken directly by researchers. Meanwhile, business reports have secondary data that comes from certain and reliable sources whose data contains actual facts and information. Next, business reports occur in work and scientific reports are usually in the world of education or research. Types of business reports include analytical reports, annual reports. Meanwhile, scientific reports include article and case reports.
The differences and similarities between brochure and posters.
Okay, next, brochures. A brochure is a thin book or magazine that contains picture and information about a product, a place, etc. The purpose of a brochure is usually to introduce a company or organization to the public and inform them about its product and service. Characteristic of a good brochure. First, contains short information and focus on theme. Second, the aim is to inform, educate, persuade, or influencing public to buy or follow or attend product, service, or program that is explained in the brochure. Next, made by attractive design, catchy for public, and made by not too big size. Brochure usually has distribution itself and not part of another media. Publicized once, but can be republications. If republication, brochure usually has different information or newer information that or year. The following is an example of brochure. Okay, next, posters. A poster is a large piece of paper intended to be attached to a wall or vertical surface. It is also a graphic design that includes such compositions as image and text. Typically, poster consists of both textual and graphic elements. Characteristics of a good poster. First, communicate and clear message. Second, have a design that is easy to understand and legible from a distance. Third, have a clear hierarchy of information and appropriate for the subject or audience. Next, have the right combination of word and image, also called the verbal and visual. Thoughtful application of element and principle of art. And last, express the spirit of the subject or message. The following is an example of a poster. The similarity and differences between brochure and poster. Brochure and poster are both a means of conveying information, such as promoting goods or service, with the aim of making the product or service or brand better known to the public. The differences between brochure and poster is: first, brochures are usually distributed directly to potential consumers, while posters are generally attached to walls. Posters prioritize striking designs and the use of concise sentences. Brochures feature detailed information about a product, organization, or company. Brochure usually has a smaller size than the poster. The easiest to recognize the differences is usually a flat poster and not folded and just pasted on a flat surface, while brochures are usually in the form of fold, which are usually distributed to the public in an explanation which are more. The information in the brochure is more extensive and detailed, while the information on the poster is limited and to the point. Poster printing costs high because it requires specialized skills in the designs and printing it. Brochures are printed in high cost and are therefore more expensive than templates. That's all from the Cooper Group. Hopefully, what we say is useful, and thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.